Hey everyone, CoasterJamin's here. I'll hop on here for a little while tonight, talk about some of the recent trips going on that we had just finished up. Um, some of the photography stuff, some of where we've been, some of the stuff that's going on in the park, stuff like that. So wait for a couple people to join, see who jumps in here, um, but talk about some of the trips. I know Gage is planning on coming in. Charlie's out of town, so he won't be able to get on. And I know Steph said she was going to watch. So, um, yeah, if you're in here, say hello. Let me know you're here. Um, so we'll go back and talk about the earlier trip. So the earlier trip this year, hey Loopy, it's going well. So we just finished up a trip a couple weeks ago. We did Holiday World in Indiana, then Kings Island, Cincinnati, Cedar Point, and then Kennywood on the way home. So, um, 4 parks in 5 days. If you want to count Saturday as a travel day, technically it would have been. So Saturday we left around noontime, and we're gonna go straight to Holiday World. However, we were running early, so we stopped at Kings Island on the way. Got a night ride on Beast, which was awesome. Then drove the other 2.5, 3 hours or whatever it was to Holiday World. Spent the night in Kentucky. Went to Holiday World uh, on Sunday, which was great. I haven't been to that park in 13 years, so to be back was really cool. Um, just to be kind of in the park and around and all that. Uh, Back in the park where when I was in the army, that was kind of my Hershey um, to what it is now. So I got picked up a new couple new credits there, and um, Raven Legend Voyage, where Voyage was the main reason we went, because the Jersey girls are always talking about how great Toro is and whatever. So it's like, you know what, let's do Holiday World. So the two new credits I picked up there were Thunderbird and Good Gravy. Good Gravy is freaking amazing for what it is. It's a kid's ride. It just kind of pulls you back, left, right, left, right, left, right, stall, left, right, left, right. But the theming of that, um, just in the queue line, is very cool. It's like themed up to like grandma's house. It's got like the bathroom and a living room and a kitchen and all that. And then it's got like trophies on the wall for her gravy recipes. And then even in the station, they have like a map with all the I don't know if it's a map, but it's a board of all the license plates across the United States. So really cool. Yeah, Loopy, I'll get to my credits here in a second. So the big surprise of the whole Holiday World trip was Thunderbird. Um, I'm not a real big fan of the wing coasters, and was kind of skeptical with being, already riding Repterra for Media Day and all that. So, um, yeah, that was Repterra was really surprised, or Repterra was really rough for being a new coaster, and was kind of, I've been on Gatekeeper, I've been on Wild Eagle, I've been on a couple of the wing coasters, and I just didn't find them that forceful or that interesting. However, Thunderbird, with the standstill launch, um, it goes out of the station, stops, and then short acceleration run into an inversion. But the layout is super, super, super loopy. Um, the forces are definitely there. You can feel it. The head chopper elements are great. But just overall, um, it's got to be easily one of the best wing coasters that's out there. And I'm actually really kind of surprised that Repterra didn't kind of fall in the same aspect. And I rode Repterra first before Thunderbird, so it was kind of, I was kind of skeptical. And then I rode that, and I'm like, man, I wish that I wish that Repterra would have got Thunderbird's treatment like it got. I just think that's B&M's process of whatever they're doing now, and whatever their steel they're using, or with their design or their engineering or whatever. But the new B&M seem to be getting not that great. So we were in Holiday World all day. At about, I think about 4:30, we decided to leave. It was like 3:30, between 3:30 and 4:30, we decided to leave. It was really hot. We left there a little early, and then as soon as we left, a thunderstorm came in, pretty much like right after we left the park. So we drove from Holiday World back to Kings Island. We're in Cincinnati. Overnight, we got there early enough to get Mystic Timbers ride in, and also, yeah, just Mystic Timbers ride. And then we got another ride on the Beast at night, which was great. That ride, truly one of the best coasters ever built. The Voyage is right up there. I've been on Voyage night ride one time, and it was life-changing, just like the Beast was for Gage. I just wish that park would stay open later. And I think across the board, that's always been the same thing with that park was, man, Holiday World should stay open later. So we got there early, hit that, great time. And then went back, spent the night across the street from the park, went to the park the whole next day. So the park was great. The lines weren't too bad. It wasn't very crowded. Banshee's still one of my favorite inverts. It's a close second behind Alpengeister being my number one, with Montu being 3. Alpe 1, always just classic, trying to rip your legs off and your arms off and stuff on that ride is great. But that's why I like it, because I like the intensity of that. So the Banshee was great. Mystic Timbers was running really, really well. Really surprised with that ride. And I know it's got to be in my top 10 for Woody somewhere. So that'll be, one of the ones where I get back to. We went last year, and it wasn't running great, but it was running good, and the girls didn't really like it that much. So I was like, all right, get on again. It seemed to be running faster and a little bit more out of control than it was the year prior. Trying to think. So Kings Island, we ended up wrapping the day up a little bit early there too. Not because we didn't want to get beach rides again, but we wanted to get up to Cedar Point. So we left there, drove up to Cedar Point, got to Cedar Point late enough. We were going to save Siren's Curse for Tuesday. So